He has to play it a very specific way. Echo has to adjust to allow for him to get final slash as soon as possible. So, yeah, we'll see. It's theoretically, it's so good.
We'll find out here. Game 3 upon us. It's 1-1. Is it Echo or is it Blacklist International? Very interesting and different lineups from what we've seen from the previous 2 games here. Will they make it work? But right now, yeah, I think a big question is, you know, the Arlot, of course, Nolan, once again, does he have his own redemption here? In the hands of Sensui.
I mean, in front of the Arlot, I mean, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
For Blacklist International, but I guess it's a better game for Blacklist. I'm just happy I'm not seeing 1-1 here in Game 3.
But just the
my gears are
same,
not turning.
I wish I could say the same. I see a die-off.
¿Qué
I mean,
tal?
it could work. It could work versus the
Ahora.
Renegade.
I was going to say, if it's anybody,
Monarca.
would you trust Edward with the die rock?
Yeah.
All right, you know what?
But this is not an Edward hero, right?
That's my Abunjingjing, man. I don't know. If it's Edward, you got to go 50-50 at least. Like some things you get, let's slide because it's Agent Zero.
Yeah,
But
yeah, he could pull it off.
But what does he do in this game?
just the same. Something tells me they picked this because they're going all in on the burst, man. The burst is bursting. They may have watched a few clips from Onyx.
Was
and
Better banned out? No, right?
It wasn't.
No.
It wasn't. All right.
Like, I'm literally kind of thinking here. I'm theory crafting in my head.
Yeah, trying to solve it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think, like, all Edward has to do is, well, aside from just being Edward, is get the armor penetration on. Like, if you land the Abysm Strike, great. If you don't, at least now you set up the big dam.
Here's the thing. You're also giving the Valentina the Abysm Strike. And it goes through against all of these heroes on the side of Blacklist International.
I actually like the Abysm Strike more than the Decimation these days.
Yeah.
Like looking at it. Again, theoretically speaking, there's a lot on the line here. Blacklist here have the answer. It's Echo first up on the Turtle Pit. Pulling them out. JP with a flicker spent. Feathered Airstrike coming in from Yue. Turtle here approaching half health. Hey, the Dragon! Plus a heavy spin. Penalty zone spent up already. Carl's easy. Spinning out of the way. JP still alive, but just barely.
Oh my goodness.
Dashing on through. That's the Arlot's kit at maximum capacity. Who's the Turtle gonna go over to? There's a knockup. Carl TZ scores 1. Look at the back line. It's Edward looking for it. And he gets first blood on a JP, but he pays the iron price.
Oh, that's worth for Echo, man. JB played that turtle fight fantastic on the Arlot.
Yeah, again, you know, first blood, though, going in the hands of Edward here. Does that result into much? I mean, it was the first blood for the Turtle, but if you just look at that team fight, the way it went, that's, I feel like one of the downsides here for Sensui and Nolan in general is you really just have to wait. Like, you can't show your face for those objective fights. So then what that's doing is, all right, team, you got this. I'll come through when I'm ready, you know, when it's my time.
There's this hidden rule of engagements for you know, for junglers. If you're an assassin, you don't really start turtle, and you also wait for spells to be casted before you actually contest turtle, unless you're Kaltis or Kyrie or something. But that's the main problem of Blacklist International. It's hard already to deal with the front lines of Echo like the Teresa and the Art, but you also have to deal with the heavy spin of the Akai. They did a good job of kicking Kaltis away to force out the heavy spin, but at the end of the day, it wasn't really enough.
Oh, here we go. Perfect angle for Renegade. The hitman to hit the way of the dragon, but not the right time. Carl DZ popping the heavy spin.
That's also one thing that you need to consider. Like the only dash, the only vengeance that could come out from the Aurot after the heavy spin.
Oh, Edward, okay. He might get caught out here.
That's a 2v1. Penalty zone spent in by 40. Sensui, looking to bait out some. Sanford very low, flickering away. Sanford still alive via the, exactly, BOS.
Sorry,
you know it.
The BOS.
You know it.
That Smith body.
Yeah, where's the big dam, bro?
No, there's not enough
not
big
yet.
dam yet.
All right.
That's later. That's like, you know.
I'll wait.
5 minutes in, maybe after this, another 5 minutes.
The big damn auditor's backing me up.
Oh, Sanji.
Oh, interesting.
There's the dashes. There's the way of the dragon kicking. JP, feathered airstrike, the answer by Yue. Final slash coming in. The hitman becomes the hit. And now it's a 4v5 here in the Turtle Pit. Sensui dashing on out again. The whole situation. Playing an assassin in this current metagame, it opens up a smorgasbord of problems for Blacklist as Echo scores 1.
Something tells me JP has been practicing this Arlot roam. It's not just to steal the Arlot away from Edward, but it is a potential a potential lineup for Echo that they have been working on for these past few days. And JP has been phenomenal on these vengeances on the Arlet, and it really amplifies the strength of the Zero, especially with the Brave Smite, because you get a lot of HP from every spell that you cast every 6 seconds, and it's HP based. So this gives a lot of sustainability for Echo with just the Arlet alone.
Yeah, and not only that, but the setup potential that you have with the Arlot paired with the Charisma.
Heavy spin on Abun Jing Jing, changing his zip code, sending him right into the Nether Realm.
Okay, so back to that, Edward, the 50-50, Dyroth's still not looking too hot.
Yeah, he's face down right in mid, man. He's taking a nap.
A dirt nap.
Even in the hands of Edward, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like in the hands of Edward.
Difficult. It's difficult, and that's an understatement.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lane hero.
And that's the thing, is I wasn't even talking about the heavy spin. All I was making a point of is JP with the final slash paired with a Charisma. Right, there's already a ton of set potential there. Pio,
the dodge. Okay,
good response from
Mechanics.
Oleb. But this is still troublesome, right? You can see this. Carlteasy still playing himself here on the top side. The rest of the team here.
Oh my goodness. Damage.
Big 4v4. The battle for this tier 1 up top. And it looks like Echo's gonna take their time. The discipline call. Blacklist gonna back off.
And again with the lineup here, the biggest thing for Blacklist International is they're just playing at the pace that Echo's setting. And that's kind of the trouble part. Oheb again.
Oh, missed a lot of spells.
Oh! Heavy spin, that's
Heavy
it.
spin
Oheb
connect para
getting sent
Oheb
to the
itu
wolves.
menggila.
It's Carlteasy again. Like, you mess up, fine. I'm still Carlteasy. I'm still going to be able to do it.
40 here gets caught out way the dragon from the hitman, serving him up to the mid lane magician as Hewitt takes him down. And for the 1-2 for 1, Carlteasy falls and make it another double kill for Renegade. Sanji's going to be up next, spinning that flicker. He comes back, feathered airstrike. Edward flickers on out of range. Benny Cutie gonna do some cleanup here as he takes down Hewitt. Sensui trading out. This is where a Nolan shines.
There's the clapback.
Yep. These small skirmishes are really beneficial for Blacklist International, especially when Echo has exhausted their spells and their resources. Sanji though.
Renegade. He's playing with fire here. Way the dragon serving him up to the assassin as Edward scores. Sensui gonna have to back out of here as Edward takes down Renegade, and the turtle is back. That whole sequence took all this time for Carlteasy to respawn.
Sengit di sini guys ya.
I don't think
Luarnya
that was for
sangat.
Blacklist International. Like with the Valentina
Sorry guys,
kill,
gue
yes,
kurang
you
fokus
are
gitu
able to
guys, lagi ngurusin
make this Valentina suffer.
Ivan
But
gitu
you're
guys.
still giving away objectives towards Echo, and now they're gonna be able to once again play their momentum, play their strengths. This is mid game now. This is where the Irithel really shines for the side of Echo. While Blacklist International, you still have damage in the form of the Nolan. But when they group up on the side of the Orcas, it's gonna be hard for you to find these skirmishes wherein the Nolan and the Zero shines.
So itemization-wise, is Blacklist International where they need to be? This is also just the Berserker's Fury being picked up for Oheb. Are they at that point where now, okay, the damage is online?
They have the damage. They have the Berserker's Fury. The Farsa is also online. The Malefic Roar is also available on Sensui. Your main concern is still the Arlot. Your heroes, they do make sense, but they need to still deal that damage into Echo. But with the Arlot just roaming around, going inside the back line, utilizing the final slash to make sure that Blacklist is not able to fight to their own terms, it's still hard for Blacklist to execute this team fight that they want against Echo.
Oh, look at this, an awkward bush check here coming in. Sensui dashing through, using the gauge to get on out of there.
Bahaya Sensui. Nolan Sensui di sini guys. Nolan lepas Sensui di sini.
All right, he knows that the fracture would save Sensui. All right, fight's about to break down in bottom. Look at JP coming in.
JP. Tapi Oheb berhasil escape di sini. Cartese mendapatkan siapa Edward. Edward menjadi korban di sini. Direct. Sanford mencoba outplay, tapi berbahaya. Sanji. One hit yang sangat on point dari seorang Sanji.
Man, the Arlot
Panas laga kali ini,
biggest
guys.
problem, the biggest thorn in the neck on the side of Blacklist
Eko
International.
masih
Again,
terlalu
they
kuat
have the
ya, guys.
damage, they
Timnya ya,
have
guys
the
ya.
kits, but they have to
Kandidat
deal
ini,
with
guys.
this
Kandidat
Arnold
M5
jumping
masih ini,
inside
guys.
their lines.
Bisa back to back Eko gila juga, guys. Back
Back
to back kata orang Filipina, guys ya. Back to back di sini ya, guys ya. Back to back. Back to back.
And the follow-ups are so great, right? Now with that, like you mentioned, Midnight, Blacklist International has all the damage they need, but really, you have to kind of keep your head on a swivel. You have to constantly be watching out for JP, number one. You have opportunities.
Oh, JP?
Oh, this
Watch
could be it.
out, he's down
There
to
it is.
0 health, just like that. Respect the burst from Sensui. Now Sanji and Sanford putting up a line between Edward and the rest of Echo. Renegade here, no man's land, caught out between all 4 members. He's down, 1-for-1 trade so far. And now Sensui coming in, popping Sanji, and he gets out.
Sanji.
Right there. Both roamers also down, so no one want to commit to this lord just yet. Might wait it out. Both tier 1 still up as well, so neither team has that little bit of advantage. Sensui also just picking up a BOD.
Oh, he has so much damage.
Level 15.
This is where it's at. This is the moment for the big damage to come through.
All right, noted. I will remember.
gonna get the purple buff, and Carltease will be the one to step it up as they have to. He has to be the one to start this.
2 level gaps, by the way, between
Two.
Carl Easy and Sensui.
Sensui's been all over the place, man. You know, given the situation that they're in against this lineup, this is probably the best way you can play the Nolan.
JP.
Oh,
There they
that's
go.
Edward and Renegade. There's a knock up. There's a final slash. The 2 frontliners from
Easy.
Blacklist sent into the air. Carl Easy with a headbutt. Oh, they're playing footsies. They don't.
Oh,
know
Sensui,
for
Sensui.
Ini di sini
Look at Sensui.
Blacklist
JP
masih bisa
taps him.
comeback.
And there's a
Enggak
damage.
comeback
Feather
sih,
there,
guys.
struck
Orang
by JP, put
imbang
down
gini
to a tenth of his
bloknya.
health. He heals up.
Berbahaya
Out of there.
Kartizi.
Another reset.
Kartizi.
Good
Oh, that's
dodge.
a false penalty
Kita
zone.
lihat
Home.
That's Flicker,
ini.
though. That's Flicker.
Yeah, big resources. Now the kick.
Ini
Carl
Jay
Easy
mencoba
spends his
mengkick
heavy spend.
tapi
Look at Sensui
berhasil
holding
di
that
dodge.
push. Oh, they're gonna have to back off.
Oh,
Dan
Blacklist is
Sui
playing
bersembunyi
this.
bersembunyi tapi berbahaya posisinya.
Spots him. Look at that big
Tapi
damn. Carl Easy
iya,
goes down.
Kartizi
Renegade
berhasil di
slays
pick
him.
off di
Not
sini.
enough
Akankah mereka
for
komit
Beal.
ke arah Lord
Flamengo to
karena
save
dari sisi
the
kanan
young
tidak
Gong.
ada retribution.
That was some big damn right there. The
Sanji, aduh Sanji juga berhasil kena sama orang hebat ya guys ya.
They're looking for vengeance.
Tapi Rini J
For retribution. And now
Sensui!
down
Tidak
Sensui once more with a big
Nolannya
damn.
di
Here
sini
goes.
menjadi
Benny
persoalan
Curie. Oh, he was
di
too
sini.
little, too late to
Oke,
the
Benny,
party. Now he's gonna get
Benny.
punished underneath the turret. They kick him up all with the bike.
Man, that was.
Mereka tadi
I gotta
guys
just
ya.
say, the way that
Tidak
Ducati
loh,
looked in that moment, that was
karena
perfect.
mereka mempunyai
It looked fantastic.
up
But what's
yang
more
mereka
fantastic
mau
is
tuh
the
ya. Mereka
juggle
menunggu
that Sensui
menit
has been doing against
ke-13.
Echo. Echo, they wanted to
Tapi
initiate, but
di
they
sini
needed to
posisinya
find
Kartizi
Nolan first.
sudah
They needed to
spawn
know where
ya.
Sensui was. Because the past fight, they were able to get some kills, but Sensui was able to assassinate some meters as well, like this.
Oh no, the heavy spin from
Kartizi.
Cartizi. Already spent. Oh, head
Pick
trap.
off dulu Kartizinya.
Cartizi dealing enough damage to kill him. Cartizi still alive. The way of the dragon from Renegade. They
Good.
pop him. Sensui gets
Baru
another.
bisa
And look at
komit
this.
ke arah Lord.
Where's gonna be
Retrinya
scored here?
Sensui dipertanyakan di sini tapi
Blacklist
Yue
International,
berhasil
but Edward goes down, Sanji gets the
mengamankan
kill.
guys
JP
ya.
says conceal play.
Sensui
Let's
again.
go. Watch
Oh,
Sensui
berarti tadi
have health control of the Y bush.
Sensuinya
Sanford
itunya
still
nggak
in
ada ya
control.
apa?
Oh, Sanji goes down. Penalty zone.
Oh.
Sensui still dashes. Gauge on
namanya?
gauge on gauge. Sensui.
Retrinya tadi
A
CD guys,
monster
pantesan
here.
nggak ngelord.
6-0-7.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nolan.
This is
Menggila
looks
ya.
like to be the best
Akhirnya
game we've seen from
Blacklist
Nolan yet. Yep, and it's only
mempunyai
the second time.
assassin,
So,
pemain
again,
assassin
sample
yang
size pretty
sangat
small, but this
apa
one is
ngiri-ngiri
going
ya guys ya.
in favor
Bukan berarti
of
Wise nggak
Sensui.
ngeri
The
guys.
way that he kind of had to adjust that patience level.
Yeah, this is
Kita melihat
Nolan I've
Blacklist menggunakan
the way he
assassin
juggles
lagi
these
di
fights,
sini ya.
the way he waits for the perfect opportunity, the timing, the patience.
What the
Sensui
perfect
has it all. And
timing.
Echo, yes, they do have better control. They do have better juggle against Blacklist International. But the one thing they don't have is the vision over Sensui. They needed to see where the Nolan is, and Sensui is not giving them any information whatsoever.
Wow. If they do shut him down, though, imagine the gold.
Look at this damage dealt.
63.9k on the jungle. When was the last time we've seen this? This stat line.
Been a while.
Jungle player.
He's gonna start farming heroes.
Yeah, been a while. Again, I mean, look at the gold.
Yeah, 11K.
Massive here. So if you're Echo, you're kind of wondering, how do we deal with this?
I mean, you start buying some Antikeras for sure. Antikeras, blade armor, immortalities. You know, you need sustain.
Twilight armor.
You need to reset Twilight armor. Anything that can help you, mitigate this damage output coming out from Blacklist International. Twilight does help. Also against the Bruno, because the crits are gonna start hurting in the late game.
Yeah, again, a lot of this Nolan play relies on being able to count on the team to get the enemy team where they need to be in terms of the health. You get to shine, but still, there's been a lot of finesse from Sensui. And as we wait pretty much for this next objective,
Ini mereka masih sneaky, masih mencoba memainkan makro play dari kedua belah tim. Eddie alias Edward di sini mencoba meng-clear wave minion di bawah.
How he's able to utilize the final slash and of course keeping Benny Cutie alive.
Benny Cutie dengan seorang iritelnya di sini belum bisa terlalu gendong-gendong ya guys.
He has been just kind of sitting on Benny Cutie. Yeah, it is still a Deeroth. You still got to watch out for him, and so he's been making Benny Cutie's life a little difficult, right? Now that's the big point here. Now for Echo, once again, they want to get this tier 1 down in the mid lane so that they have some space to work around with now that this Lord is up. But right now it doesn't look like they'll be able to, so they got to fight around with a space disadvantage.
This is crucial for Blacklist. You know, gonna show up on the bottom lane.
Yep, they have to pull the trigger.
Renegade.
Checking the bush. And they're forcing the advantage here. Look at this. Even Sensui coming in early already, trying to burst down Carl Teasy. No dice.
They just want to get some of these resources out if they can. I feel like it's really the game plan for Blacklist International. Let's test the waters. What can we get out from Echo?
Ooh, somebody saw Sensui use the ultimate.
Yep, they know that the fracture is off. And I'd say it's just a couple of seconds in. There's a big kick. And
udah menghilang tadinya dan berhasil di godlike. Sensui berhasil mengamankan Lord.
Another one for Blacklist, and now they're gonna burst him down. Benny Cutie, he's going full
bahaya,
in.
bisa di pick off semua ini.
Still
alive di sini guys. Sensui mencoba, aduh, tapi JP berhasil meng-pick off seorang Nolan. Sensui ya. Sensui tadi low HP, tapi dia memaksakan di sini. Tidak apa-apa, mungkin dia berpikiran bakal bisa mem-pick off seorang Irito atau core lainnya tadinya ya. Karena mereka pasti ada informasi di sana. Sap. Irito sekarat. Siap. Kata Sensui kan. Udah digas guys. Tapi nyatanya tidak guys. Berkebalikan di belakang sana.
You need more pork, you need bypass as well against Blacklist International. But man, Sensui has been fantastic on this Nolan jungle for Blacklist International. Again, constantly assassinating the heroes on Echo. Carl Deasy didn't stand a chance right there. There's a full burst, was able to take him down. He didn't have immortality at that point in time. So Blacklist International was able to get the Lord, but Echo does defend. So we are going to wait for the next Lord to spawn unless Echo is able to make some moves.
Berbahaya Sanford di sini. Penalty zone. Tapi Kar di sini memasukkan Yui ke dalam tower dan berhasil di pick off. Oheb berhasil pick off seorang JP. Berbahaya Sanford. Benny berhasil pick off seorang. Berhasil di pick off oleh seorang Sensui.
Again, Benny Cutie trying to do what he has to on
Nolan
Zero, but
bapaknya
still,
Layla ini ya.
The set potential, the damage being thrown at him for Blacklist International is too much to deal with right now.
Yeah, there's so much burst. Like the Farsa and the Nolan alone is crazy enough for Echo to deal with, and you also have to deal with the Bruno. Even though they had a fantastic opening to that team fight, just the drawn-out duration of that fight allows Blacklist International to pump out more damage than Echo.
The crazy, right? They handled that fine. Echo was fine there. Then defending their base, you could still say, of course, they found some success in a way. They also did get some of that shutdown gold earlier when they took Sensui out. So, as we reach to the 20-minute mark, this is getting to a point now where Echo will start to equalize, at least in terms of itemization, right? They should be able to match up well, but I still think that leaves to beg the question here is, do we have the game plan to deal with the burst? Because even from the last Lord fight, with Lord coming up in about 15 seconds, that's still something that Carl Tizzy has to solve along with the rest of the team. We saw just how quick him on the Sakai was bursted down to the point where you force the heavy spin and then you take him out of the picture so he's not there to contest that retribution with a Lord. So now it's like, okay, what do we do around that? Do we plant JP in the front, Sanford there? Who is protecting Benny Cutie? That's the questions that need to happen.
Hello. JP spots Edward trying to camp in that bush near the rock Ursa. Gentlemen, allow me to present a thesis while we witness a Lord dance. Something tells me Echo's just improvising. They're just putting heroes in positions until they catch somebody. I'd like to think they're still playing the Blacklist tempo here.
Again, they need to find the Nolan. That's the first priority. It's not about like the hero that is poised in the front line, but it's more of Echo engaging when they see the Nolan. Because if they use the resources, like for, let's say against Edward or Renegade, Sensui just comes in and assassinates your backline, assassinates Benicudi or Carl Tizzy even, and Blacklist after that is going to be able to reset because of the mobility coming out from Sensui, and of course the range factor that is coming out from your way to put it strike. That will force Echo out to disengage. And I think that's where you start.
Epic seperti kita nggak akan ngerti guys. Tolong yang udah glory atau immortal nolep tolong di komen kenapa ditahan ya guys ya.
Something that we've seen from the likes of the early game team fights where JP just constantly push forward so that Blacklist International's team fight crumbles.
Renegade, Blacklist, they've had it. It's time for something to happen. Concealed play spent. Blacklist International exposing their positions. Way of the Dragon, off angle, on the Carl Tizzy. In comes a better dash strike from Yue. Not much has been hitting off of these barrages, the volleys. No one home. Now, Echo noting these resources. Benny Cutie roaming, patrolling the eastern hemisphere, the right side of the map, and Sensui takes control of that bush.
They know some of these resources are down. No feathered airstrike, no Way of the Dragon right now from Blacklist International. Echo, they're going to go ahead and try something here. Edward.
Bunjingjing down to a fifth of his health. Sensui like a statue, like a gargoyle watching. Sanford's gonna spot him here. Oh, Body Smith protecting that Terizla, keeping him up. Lord here at a fifth of its health. Still, all of the key ults online for Echo. Enough time.
Final slash
for Blacklist as well. They're online as well. Quick knock-up. Another
Benny.
strike. Sanji very low. Benny Cutie at half health. Cardi spent his heavy spin.
Tetapi di sini Kartizi sang juara back to back di sini berbahaya. Back to back champion di sini. On point retreat, tapi sepertinya Sanford berhasil di pick up di sini. Mereka memang mendapatkan Lord, tapi mereka akan mencoba strike push mid lagi. Berbahaya Sensui emang 5 versus 2.
And Benny Cutie spots him, taking him out, and that's a pick off. Benny Cutie here gonna get picked on himself.
Sangat on point tadinya, berbahaya. Benny Cutie berhasil di pick up juga di Dairot tank. Tapi di sini Lord dibiarkan guys.
There is a siege minion. Sanji clears
Eddie
it.
di sini masuk ya.
There's a next wave. There's a next wave coming out from Blacklist.
Oh, he pops him, steals the worldie. Is this gonna be enough? Oh, that's it.
Game ini menjadi game Blacklist. Game Blacklist. Selamat untuk tim Blacklist di sini ya guys ya.